Episode 4, Fire and Blood, The Early Battles. Story title, Brothers at War, July 6, 1967. The skies over Nigeria were heavy that morning. From the west, Nigerian troops advanced. From the east, Biafran soldiers dug in. On both sides of the Niger River, men once trained together in the same army now aimed rifles at one another. The first shot of the Biafran War had been fired, and Nigeria, the sleeping giant of Africa, had woken to civil war. The march to Nsukka. The first Nigerian offensive was swift. Federal troops, led by Colonel Murtala Muhammad, targeted Nsukka, a town just north of the Biafran heartland. They expected a quick victory, but they were wrong. Biafran forces, though outnumbered and poorly equipped, fought like lions. Farmers became fighters. Students became snipers. With only basic weapons and homemade explosives, they slowed the federal advance. Yet the firepower imbalance was brutal. By late July, Nsukka fell, and it would not be the last. The Midwest invasion, Biafra Strikes Back, then came a bold move. In August 1967, Biafra stunned the world by invading the Midwest region, a territory outside its borders. The goal? Cut through to Lagos, Nigeria's capital, and force a quick end to the war. Led by Colonel Victor Banjo, the Biafran army swept through towns like Benin City, Warri, and Sapele. At first they met little resistance, but the plan failed. The people of the Midwest, mostly non-Igbo, did not rise to support Biafra, and soon Nigerian forces pushed back with force. Banjo was arrested, accused of betrayal. The dream of capturing Lagos was over. The fall of Enugu, Biafra's first heartbreak. By October 1967, Nigeria's military turned eastward again. Their next target, Enugu, Biafra's capital city. It fell quickly under the weight of superior arms and air power. For Biafrans, it was a symbolic wound. The capital had fallen, but the spirit of resistance did not. The government relocated to Umuahia, deeper in the east. The war would continue, bloodier, crueler, and more desperate than before. The world watches and looks away. By the end of 1967, it was clear this would not be a short war. Biafra faced a total blockade. No food, no medicine, no fuel. Its airports were bombed, its cities shelled, and yet its people refused to give up. Ojukwu pleaded for international help, but the world, distracted by the Cold War, cautious of secession, mostly stood still. Behind closed doors, some powers sold weapons to both sides. Publicly, they preached peace. The children began to starve. As 1968 dawned, a new horror emerged, one more devastating than bullets or bombs. Famine. Cut off from the world, Biafra's people began to starve by the thousands. Children's stomachs swelled. Eyes sank. Mothers wailed over lifeless infants. The world would later see the images, the haunting black and white photographs, and cry. But for now, the war continued, and the dying had only just begun. Next episode, Hunger as a Weapon, the war becomes a genocide. As starvation ravages Biafra, the question emerges, was this war, or was it something darker?